Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on an ephemera folder. I'm gonna just use this heavyweight white paper and stamp it. I'm gonna put that in fast camera so you don't have to wait for me to do this slow stamping, but I'm using this flower. As you can see, I stamped all the paper back and forth. It's very pretty. I use this vintage flower for decoration. What we're gonna do is we're gonna divide this piece of paper in three equal sides. We're gonna do the same in the other side, but here I'm gonna start from the top and you do the same at the bottom, and then you have the idea of having three sides or three foils, let's say. I'm using my ruler to fold it easier. I like using rulers. I should have got my bond, but I didn't, so I'm just gonna use my fingers and my hands and to fold it well. If you have a little bit of extra in one of the sides, that's fine. I would suggest to be careful when you're doing that, when you're doing the fold vertically. Horizontally is not going to be a big deal, but vertically can actually cause some issues. Well, that's fine. As you can see, I have kind of okay video, and then I'm gonna do the same thing in the other side. And again, I'm measuring here. I'm just gonna measure by eye, which I do not recommend, because if you make mistakes, then that might affect the result of your pocket. But I think it's gonna be okay in my case. Hopefully it's gonna be okay. Well, I do have a little bit of left over there. I can see that already, but that's okay. I think it's not too much. It's not gonna impact a lot. So the idea now is that we're gonna have two pockets on the two sides of the paper, but then because we're gonna be folding in three parts, I just wanted to make sure that everything was very well folded. And again, I'm folding that back and forth just to make sure that the fold is correct. Now let me show you how we're gonna measure this. We are gonna make like triangles in the corners because we're gonna fold that in the middle. Let me show you how I would measure that, or how we need to cut it. Just use this pencil to show you. So I'm gonna cut this that way, and then I'm gonna cut that way in the four corners. I'm just gonna use my knife here because it's gonna be easier. For the first one, I'm gonna show you how I do it, but for the others, I'm gonna just put that in the fast camera or fast video. Here it goes. I cut that in the side, and I'm gonna do the same in the other sides. Okay, as you can see here, I already cut the whole paper. And the idea is that we fold the corners. We could, I'm gonna cut these, leaving a little bit of room. Here we go. I cut that in the four parts as well. These are gonna be good pockets for our project. I'm gonna cut a little bit just because this has to be a pocket, which means that has to be easy to fold in the middle. I have to leave some blank space in there. So I'm gonna cut it here, and I'm gonna cut the other one as well. It's gonna be exactly the same thing, and I just need to cut. I use my mat to make measurements, as you can see. Well, really, I'm not making measurements. All what I want is this to be straight. And because I'm using a knife, to me it's easier just to use the ruler to have the mat, and I just follow the lines. There we go. We have this done, and I'm gonna cut the corners because it's always easier to paste if the corners are cut. So and as you can see, the paper is already looking beautiful. I really like this tone of brown. And then I'm gonna throw everything. I'm gonna put that on recycling, and then we can cut one pocket to this side and then the other pocket to the other side. This is an ephemera folder that I saw a long time ago. I can't even remember where exactly I saw this, but I do remember that I had these in my journal of ideas. I don't know if you have one, but I do. So basically this is gonna fold this way, and it has to be open, and then you just fill it up with ephemera. So at this point you can see now that it's annoying me a little bit, the fact that I didn't measure well in the vertical way, but it's okay. And now we're gonna paste and glue. And this glue, I haven't used this glue with coffee, so I apologize because the glue has some part of brown, so I just cut the excess. As I said, the horizontal I'm not really worried about. If you have a couple centimeters of more paper in one side than another, it's not a big deal, but if you mess it up in the vertical side, it might be a little bit annoying. And as you can see, the pocket is just taking shape now. It's you just have to paste the pockets again, and this one is a little bit bigger than I wish it was, so I'm just gonna cut it. And again, it doesn't matter really because you're gonna put that inside anyway. And so I just paste that in the flaps. It's really easy. You can put more glue in the flaps if you want to. I don't like doing that because I like the freedom of the pockets. And so I'm just need to glue this, and then this is the way that the pocket is gonna be looking like. As you can see, it has 3 folds, and it has a pocket in this side, and then it has a pocket in the other side as well. So it's pretty good. I have 4 pockets total here. I could probably add even more, but I'm just gonna have it as it is right now. So I'm planning to decorate this. I'm not sure exactly how am I gonna decorate. This is pretty awesome. I like the colors and everything. What I don't like is this pocket in the back because it keeps falling apart. So I'm just, instead of making a whole pocket, I'm just gonna make a line of holder for putting paper or something. This is the issue of not practicing well before you make the tutorial, so I do apologize for that, but this pocket in the back has to open to the other side, so I'm just gonna cut it out and fix it because I don't like how it looks like. I feel like if I put ephemera there, it's gonna fall. I'm out of camera, so I'm gonna fix it, but basically I'm cutting a little bit in the sides, and then I'm just gonna get my ruler here, and I'm just gonna measure. I'm gonna have just a simple single line where I can put some sort of ephemera using my pencil. I'm just gonna draw something, and then I'm just gonna use my scissors to cut because that's what I would need to do to have it done well. And again, I think I'm a little bit off camera, but I'm gonna go back to camera in a little bit. I'm just trying to get it really as close because my hands are not really good, not stable enough to cut when my arms are far away from me, so I just try to paste it close to my body. And then I'm gonna fix this part here. I think this looks a lot better. I like it better. And well, now I can hold something here, and as you can see, I have my pockets. I took it out, the things out, and then let me show you. I wanted to put one of these or decorate this with one of these oils, but I think it's not the right fit here. I'm gonna use this stamped, I don't know, these flowers. I'm gonna show you in a little bit how I made them, but this, I really love these brown flowers, because it's exactly more or less the same color that I have in my envelope, which makes me believe that this is gonna be a good fit for this specific envelope. And then I have these cute die cuts that have a little bit of gold on them, so I really love them. I love the way they look like. So I made these using this cutter bag embossing folder. So I put ink on the embossing folder, and then I embossed, and it has a very fun texture. I think that you might not be able to see the texture, but when you touch them, you are probably gonna feel it. It's really fun. I'm planning to make a lot more of those, but for now I'm just gonna do the decoration. I'm gonna cut this part of this die cut. So I decided to use whatever kind of matches the colors of my envelope. And there are more here, butterflies and other things. And I had a couple of die cuts that I bought recently, so I'm really excited to use them. Anyway, I'm gonna start pasting this here. So let's start by the die cut. And again, I use this applicator. I think it's gonna be faster and easier, because the glue or the rolling glue, I don't really like them. So let's use this one. And the other thing is, because I always get full of glue when I use my hands, I use this trick to put like a paper or a plastic thing like now, and I push it to the paper, and that way, even if the glue wet glue goes away, I still have a good grasp of it, and my hands are not full of glue as they usually are. It's actually very rare that my hands are not full of ink. Probably you have seen my videos, my previous videos, where I always have my hands full of ink. This week is not the case. Yesterday I went to sleep in a decent time, and I didn't spend hours stamping, so here's the result. So I'm gonna fill it up with a little bit of ephemera here, and I have always this stamped stuff. I love sending stamped stuff, and I love when I receive them too. I love them very much. I have a friend, my pen pal Teresa. She always sends me stuff that is stamped, and that's the cutest thing, and I keep using them, but I also try to send some stamped stuff. So I'm planning to use this one as well to cut. I love using book papers, ephemera and decoration. They are super cute. Sometimes I use these cuts that are straight, and some other times I use that more like a different corner, I guess. And I'm gonna use this pink postage stamps. I cut it out with one of my die cuts, and I love them. I mean, seriously, I do love them. So let me put this in the back, the book paper in the back, and then this pink in the top bottom, and I think it's perfect. It's what I was looking for. And just because the paper is already hand stamped, it looks amazing. And I'm gonna use these flowers again. I think that they give them a little bit of more of character, which I really think it's very important, and I love that. And so I'm gonna just paste it. I hold them with my tweezers because it's easier for me to apply liquid glue when I'm using my tweezers on them. And so I'm gonna put them everywhere and then just locate them in the right place. There is a lot of white spaces in this specific pocket, so that's a good like a good space to be creative and to add whatever you consider that you want to add. In my case, flowers. I love florals, and it's a spring, you know, just let me be. I have been using a lot of flowers lately. I think that my house is full of hand stamped flowers, dry flowers, paper flowers, all sorts of flowers, sticker flowers, all sorts of stuff. It's a spring. I really need those colors. Well, anyway, so I have my 3 pockets here. I'm not gonna decorate this part or like the holder of the paper. I'm just gonna leave them as they are. I think that they are pretty cute. You can add the stuff there. You can add, like, I don't know, a small envelope. You can add a small holder for stickers or whatever, but I think I'm gonna leave it in the way it is. So I'm gonna put these 2 die cuts and a couple of flowers here to fill it up and send this to my pen pals. And I love sending things to my pen pals, especially the ones that I handmade, because they hold a special meaning for me. So I have been doing these labels, these black and white labels, and I love them. I have been using them a lot as well. And let me see what else I found around here. I love these gold labels, and I think it's gonna be enough in this side, but then again I have this space to fill it up. And I found this one that this is again, it's another die cut. I'm gonna cut it and put it in there. I'm sorry, I went all the way super fast because I needed to cut it, and I'm super slow. I hope that you like it. Please consider subscribing. Thank you. Bye.